All right, guys, welcome back. This is part 4 of the Kangaroo to digdug conversion. I want to paint inside here and all this black today. A bunch of glue had run down here last night, so I got to get all that glue off of there, which it should just scrape right off. And I want to get all this painted black, the top and the back. There's a nick on this side from the stapler and a nick on this side from the stapler that we need to fill in. Very minor. A little bit of filling in the back with a little bit of Bondo. And I want to get this back door cut. We're getting ready to have a storm in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, probably about 2 hours or so. So I have the back cut to the height. We need to cut it to the width. We need to drill a hole for the lock. And we need to put a cleat down here at the bottom so that the cleat holds this in place. And we got to cut a little slit in the back door with a piece of plywood behind it for a vent that goes at the bottom. So I've got the piece outside. We just got to cut it down on the table saw and get the slit and stuff cut and drill the lock and stuff, and then we'll be done with the back door. And then we will start doing some body work, which we have to do on these a little bit back here where it's peeling and stuff. I'll sand it down first and then we'll hit it with a coat of filler. I don't know if these screws, yeah, those look like original screws. We'll probably just leave the vent on and just paint it satin black with everything else. So let's go outside. Let's get this piece cut. Actually, you know what? Let's mix up a little bit of filler first. And let me get some mixed up. We'll fill in these nicks first. It could be drying while I'm out there cutting. Okay, I got some here I gotta mix up, and we'll put it in these couple nicks that we have. I'm actually off of work tomorrow. It's supposed to be decent outside, I think close to 50 degrees. So what I wanna do tomorrow is I'm gonna do a video on this cabinet. Tonight we're gonna get it painted, so tomorrow it can go in the basement. But tomorrow I wanna do a video on sandblasting the coin door, the control panel, the coin bucket, and all that stuff. We'll sandblast it all and we'll paint it satin black. We'll retexture the coin door. We'll get that done. And then what I'm gonna do with the rest of the day tomorrow is I'm gonna build a cocktail table for my buddy. Originally I was gonna do it on Easter Sunday, but I have the day off now tomorrow and it's supposed to be decent, so I'd like to at least get it built, the cabinet all built tomorrow, so that I can start getting it together and hopefully get it to him for the weekend. That would be nice for him to get that. He's been waiting a while. I just haven't had the time to get to it. But all the parts came in. I have everything to put it together now. So we will get that built tomorrow. And I don't know why these cabinets, this angle never matched the cabinet back on these cabinets. They were all like that. I put 4 screws up here last night. That's what I'm filling in. Remember I wanted to attach these two together because they weren't attached. So I put these holes in there. And I'm not gonna go super crazy. This will probably sand down. That's just the paper from the melamine. So we'll let that dry, and while that's drying, we're gonna go outside and get this door made. All right, I'm out here. I just felt a couple raindrops, so hopefully I will be able to get this done before it starts raining. I have this saw cut wider than, I have it marked wider than it needs to be for the first cut, so that we can get a nice straight edge. Needs to get cut to 23 3/4. Put this table saw away real quick, and then we'll mark for the slot and for the lock. Okay, we're going to mark for this slot. It's about 3 inches from the bottom, 1.5 inches wide. We're going to find our center here. I'm over 7 inches. So we got to go to 14. We need to find something to make a little radius corner. So let me go find something that we could drill or draw that corner with, or maybe I'll just cut it with I'll drill it with a drill bit. Okay, a 1/2 inch drill bit is the right radius for the corners. I held it up to the other slot on the cabinet. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drilling with the 1/2 inch, but I'm not going to go all the way through, because if I go all the way through, I'm going to blow the back side of this out and it'll look like crap. So I'm just going to start it with this. So that I know I'm in the right spot. Then what I'm going to do is take this smaller bit and we'll drill through the center of this big one. Then we can flip it over and finish this 1/2 inch hole. And that'll eliminate us from having big ugly spots in the back. Wanting to start raining. Okay. I'm going to cut the big long straight cuts with the circular saw. I'll grab my jigsaw so we can finish those cuts. Okay, we got that cut. We still need to make a plywood piece for the back. Okay, we need to cut a strip off this plywood, 2 inches by 16 inches. 2 more pieces so that this can stay away from the back of the door, which I'll show you guys in a few minutes here. So I'm going to cut 2 1-inch pieces. We'll put this together in the shop since the rain's coming. And we can also drill the hole for the coin door in the or the lock in the shop. There's 1 piece. And 1 more of those. We also need 1 more piece for the back as a cleat that'll keep the door on in the center. So we're going to make a 1.5 inch strip right here. Let me get some stuff cleaned up out here real quick. All right, let's get this lock drilled real quick before we go in. Still just drizzling. So we need, this is 23 3/4, so about 11 7/8. We'll drill it right here. This is the front. So we are 1 inch down, 11 7/8 from the edge. 11 7/8 by 1 inch. What I'm going to do first is use this 1 1/8 hole saw, and I'm going to drill down just a little bit, and we'll knock the piece out, and then we'll drill it with this 13/16 drill bit. What this is doing is giving the nut a little bit more room to fit. So I'm going to take my knife and we'll pop this piece out. Now we have some room for the nut to recess into the back door. Now we can drill our regular lock size hole on this side. There we go. Okay, now we can get this inside and hook up, put the cleats and stuff on it. Okay, I have the door. This is the inside of the door facing upwards. What we need to do is we need to glue and staple these 2 cleats on each side here, just like that. And then it goes over this slot. And then from the other side, we just need to staple it in to the door. So let me get my stapler out here. Hopefully I got just enough glue. I forgot to pick up glue today when I picked up that sheet of black melamine for the cocktail table. I got to go out and get sandblasting sand tomorrow anyway, so I can pick it up then. So I just want to line these up. We're just going to put 2 staples into it. Then we just have to line that up. And we also need to mount this cleat down here on the bottom of the door. But I need to measure, I want to make sure. Okay, we need to go about 3/4 of an inch from the edge. So it needs to be way over here. So it fits. So I'm going to put a little glue on this one side and we'll just staple this on. Okay, now I need to flip this over and we need to staple this on. One of my staples must have been a hair long. We'll touch that up with some paint. So now I just want to put a little glue on this and we will get this stapled to the door. Try to line this up, make it straight as possible. Pretty good there. Let's see if I can get this right. Oh, sweating today, hot out there today. Hit almost 80 degrees, I'm not used to it. I'm used to freezing. Okay, so that's done. Now we can test fit this, see if it fits the cabinet. Go grab it. Perfect. That'll work. We're done with the back door. So now we can do the body work. A little bit of sanding and stuff we need to do on the cabinet. And then we will be ready to paint those parts satin black. I'm going to try to get in here with the scraper and scrape that glue off. I got a little wallpaper scraper here. See if this works. It should come off, yeah. Well, at least you know I used enough glue. Perfect. A little bit right here I want to get off. Okay. That side looks good. A little bit way back in there, but not really too worried about that. And I got a little bit on the inside I think I want to get off too, on the back here. Just so it doesn't look sloppy. See, it ran down the wall right here. Take it off the left side. Okay, this is ready for a little bit of sanding. We'll get it painted. And then that'll end this video. Tomorrow this thing can go in the basement. Okay, I'm not going to hook up my vacuum and stuff. This really is not going to create a lot of dust. So I'm going to hit it with some 180 grit just to scuff up all the white areas so that the black paint can stick to it. down these body filler areas. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sand down the top and a little bit on the back and stuff. I'm not going to videotape that. And I'm going to sand inside these sides just a little bit, and I'll probably just spray a little bit of paint in there just so it's black rather than white. So I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding this up, and I'll get it blown off. Okay, before I get this blown off and into the spray booth, I need to drill the 3 holes for the control panel. I need to measure off of this old one here so that we can get an accurate measurement. So the center one is just over 11 7/8 to the center, and it's a 1/2 inch down. So 1/2 inch down and 11 7/8. So there's our first one. And then I'm going to go from the center of the center one to the center of the one over, which is just over 10 3/8. Just over 10 3/8 both ways. Okay, now I can drill these out. Which, I have to see which size, I think it's a 5/16. Yep, 5/16 hole. Okay, now I'm going to get this all blown off and everything, and then spray booth. And we will put 2 coats of black on, let it set overnight. Okay, I got it in the spray booth. I have it all blown off and wiped down. I'm not going to tape off the sides or anything like that. I'm not worried about it. It's getting a full coat or full vinyl overlay. I'm going to go ahead and mix up some satin black paint, and we can put 2 coats on it, and then that'll be the end of this episode. So let me get some mixed up. I'm not going to show you the mixing process again. Let me get it mixed up. We'll go out there and start putting some black on. right, guys, that's gonna end part 4. Tomorrow I can take this in the house. Let me give you a little walk around here. Nice and black. The wood's a little bit chewed up right there. I wasn't too worried about it, but it's still drying. So that's gonna end part 4, guys. Tomorrow we will sandblast and paint all the black parts in the morning, and then we will build the cocktail table on a different video. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.